Hi, my name is Caleb Wilmot. This is for ISIN 300 with Professor Ruba, and this is my Tableau project presentation. As you can see here, this is the dashboard that I've created. I used the New York City Airbnb dataset, and let's look at these sheets one by one. Starting at the first sheet, we have number of listings by area. I also included room type and color. So the dataset calls them neighborhood groups. We have Bronx, Brooklyn, Manhattan, Queens, and Staten Island. By far the biggest Airbnb markets in New York City are Brooklyn and Manhattan, followed by Queens, and then the Bronx and Staten Island are much smaller Airbnb markets, it looks like. So the blue color here represents the entire home slash apartment listings. The red color represents the private room listings. And then we also have, as you can see in the legend off to the right, orange is hotel rooms and then green is shared rooms. Those two appear to be almost non-existent in the New York City Airbnb market. So the two markets that I really wanted to look at are Brooklyn and Manhattan. So moving forward, I wanted to look at price by area, average price of a listing. But I also included the host since data point. So this is not a measure of a listing's average price over the years. It's the a host's average price based on when they joined the Airbnb platform. So as you can see, it's actually fairly consistent over the years, which is a little bit surprising to me. I thought it would be a little bit more variation, and there is quite a bit, but for the most part, most areas are consistent. The obvious outlier is Manhattan, and that's actually it's the biggest market in New York City, and so that was of interest to me. It looks like it's gone up to over 500 $500 for the average listing price. And so I wanted to take a closer look at Manhattan specifically in the next sheet. So these are the specific neighborhoods within Manhattan, and they are the top 10 by the number of listings in those neighborhoods. It's actually ordered descending in that order. So this neighborhood, Harlem, has the most listings in Manhattan, and this one, Washington Heights, has the 10th most listings in Manhattan. But this graph here is the average price by neighborhood. So as you can see, we have a lot of variance within Manhattan itself. It's got all the way down to 150 average price in Harlem, and even less in Washington Heights, compared to an average price of almost 500 in Midtown. And so I also included in the tooltip here the number of listings so that that could be seen when you hover over it. And so putting all three of these sheets together in a dashboard, it looks something like this. So this could be useful for someone looking at the Airbnb market, and trying to decipher just the overall trends over the years, looking at this top chart, and also where Airbnb is more popular within what areas and what neighborhoods, and which areas tend to be more expensive compared to less expensive. It is interactive in the sense that you can change the filters on this chart here because it's a little bit much to look at with all of them there. So if you just want to look at our two main markets of Brooklyn and Manhattan, you could do something like that. And the tooltips do have useful information as well. And yeah, that would be my dashboard.